Hey there, thanks for tuning in for the top 7 rock cuts of the week. So here's the rocks that we're going to be taking a look at in this video. As you can see, we've got a variety of colors and patterns going on, some really cool ones. Thank you to all the current subscribers, and if you're not subscribed yet and you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. Let me know down in the comments which one's your favorite and what you think of it, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's check out this rock first. So from the outside, you can see we have a lot of shades of red. Pretty characteristic for the area. If you've watched some of the other videos, you will recognize this shade of red. There's also what looks like some crystal filling in some of the veins, which we can see a little bit better on the back side of this rock here. Here's what the other side looks like, and there's some of those veins with some of that crystal there. So with the color and the veins, I thought that it would probably look pretty nice on the inside. So let's go ahead and take a look, and that is really nice. So wow, so we've got a range of colors, and it's also made up of a bunch of different stones here, which you can see. Just really, really pretty. I'm not sure if I see the crystal veins coming through, but maybe when we take a closer look here. I do see some classic Wonderstone patterns going on with the banding. Wow, this is really pretty. And some black material there is also cool. Some very deep reds on this side and a couple of eyes going on. Take a closer look. Patterns are really, really pretty, and the way that the rock's been fractured and come back together a bit is very cool. I've only found a handful like this. Okay, let's check out this rock. So this one has a very striking pattern going on from the outside. And this one, actually, if you've been watching the channel for a while, this is one that I have a video finding out in the desert. So I'll flash that up, or part of it up here. But this is a classic Lahontan Jasper pattern from the outside. This is what the underside looked like. So a little coarser there. And on the inside, that is really cool. So the strong pattern really kind of sticks to the perimeter of the stone. Some of the red comes through in the center, but it stays more gray. I thought that the red would have penetrated deeper into the stone and not just kind of around the perimeter. It is really pretty though, and very striking. The reds are really nice, and it doesn't really get into yellows, but it does get into kind of oranges from that red. Okay, let's check out this rock. So from the outside, you can already tell this one is a little bit different. We've got greens going on, as well as some yellows there at the top and some darker colors, but the dominant colors we're seeing here are kind of bluish greens and very, very pretty, with some light kind of whites going throughout. So from how pretty the outside of this rock was, I thought that the inside would look nice also. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. This one looks really nice on the inside. So that is gorgeous. We have some of the same kinds of colors we saw on the outside really carried through to the interior. They're just much stronger on the inside, and we can see them better here with the cut, but really pretty. So we have some eyes or some orbs going on, which are coming through as smaller green areas, as well as some darker colored ones towards the left part of the rock as we're looking at it here. But really, really pretty patterns. I like the variations in color. You can see here as we take a little bit of a closer look, there's a tiny little crystal cave there in that green area. Really nice. Okay, let's check out this rock. So from the outside, you can see we've got some lighter colors going on, as well as some almost black material is taking up a big part of the rock. And then here we can see the pattern varies a bit. It looks really interesting though. Reds and yellows, some oranges, and then again that very dark material. Let's take a look at how that looks on the inside, and that is really cool. So we have the black material or color that is covering a good portion of the interior of the rock. And there's some veins that we can see going on and some lighter colors kind of underneath there. And then around the perimeter, we have some yellow and gold that we saw on the outside, and then even a couple yellow veins that are running towards the interior there. And it's hard to see in this light, but we'll zoom in a little bit, and then I've got a microscope photo. But those two spots in the middle of the black here, I think are actually made up of pyrite. So I know this is out of focus, but we're about to go to the microscope here. So that's what that looks like. So really cool, really pretty. I was surprised to find that, but very, very cool. Here's the other half of that rock. So you can see we've got a little bit more of the same thing. We've got a red vein towards the top right that I didn't really see on the other half. And then some of those smaller dots kind of that we're zooming in towards here are also that kind of pyrite material. Okay, let's check out this rock. So this one you can see from the outside is already looking quite a bit different from a lot of the rocks that I find. This one looks like a crystal or some sort of agate material. It's kind of hard to see here, but it'll be easier to see when it's open. But there's some banding that's going on. And let's go ahead and take a look at the inside, and that is really pretty. So it is an agate material, and the yellowish color on the outside is a desert patina. You can see the crystal on the inside is white or translucent. And then at the bottom, we've got some yellow veins or inclusions going on. And then we have some small crystal caves throughout. Let's take a look at the other half. A little bit more color showing through on the bottom of this one, but very cool. Let's take a little bit of a zoom in here. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit going on. There's a number of little caves. Maybe put this one on the list to check out with the microscope in the future. Very cool. Okay, let's check out this rock. So we've got the dark red exterior color, pretty characteristic of the area. This white crystal, or maybe opal, I'm not sure, but it has some interesting kind of shine to it. Not exactly opalescence like a precious opal, but the sheen on it just looks a little bit different than other crystal material that I see. And there's some veins of the same material running through this rock as well. So take a little bit of a closer look at that spot that I'm talking about. And now let's take a look at the inside, and that is really cool. So we've got some veins of that white material that are running through, and then some really fine Wonderstone banding in the red and the yellow on the top part here. And then that kind of looks like the bands have kind of exploded out and are no longer so fine or tightly packed there. But a very cool one. Okay, let's check out this rock. So from the outside, we can see a couple different colors going on. So we've got red at the top that we were just looking at, down into kind of a green layer, and then it goes into this white kind of milky colored material. So I thought from the outside it was interesting. I thought it would probably keep this color scheme on the inside, which would be cool. So let's take a look. And it does. and they're just a little bit brighter, so that red really pops on the inside as well as the green, and then fairly defined lines between the colors as well is interesting. And then take a little bit of a closer look here, but in the red and the green material, it's actually a little bit more complicated. There's more going on there. As you can see, it's not actually completely solid either. Very cool. All right, thanks so much for checking out these rocks with me. If you made it this far, please give the video a like if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. All of these rocks were found in northern Nevada. Let me know what your favorites are down in the comments, and I'll see you next time.